All right, so first up, reverse pyramid training, so RPT for short. All right, so with RPT, the principle is reverse pyramid training, so you want to start heavy, then work your way down as you get more fatigued. So you start out heavy, there's less volume there, but it's more intense, and as you get more fatigued, you focus more so on volume as compared to intensity. And the point of this is you stimulate your fast twitch and your slow twitch muscle fibers, going from a strength rep range into a hypertrophy rep range. So you get best of both worlds. All right, so logically, it makes sense to do the heaviest lift first because you're not fatigued, you're in a pre-fatigue state. So what I'm talking about here is you want to warm up your central nervous system. When I say central nervous system, you can't just go into the gym like 100 kilos on, just do it. You're going to hurt yourself. You're not warm, you're not functional. So you want to do a couple of working sets well and truly away from failure. So say your max is 100 kilos and you're doing like 90%, so you might be lifting 90 kilos, you might warm up with 40 kilos, 50, and then maybe one set on 60. You might do like 5 reps on each one and do some light stretching and dynamic stretching on your arms and moving your shoulders through the full range of motion. So up, down, back to side, shoulder abduction, shoulder flexion, shoulder retraction, all that kind of good stuff.
An explosion, a million pieces of debris, where a plane crashed, lost into the open seas. Yeah, we swim on through the heavy swell, fall was sink to hopeless depths. But every night, another storm, we fight to keep ourselves afloat. You know it's gonna hurt, so why would you want more?
So you're going to increase your strength and muscle hypertrophy roughly at the same time. So is it optimal for strength gains? It's probably about 80% there, but you're not solely focusing on strength gains because you're probably training till or close to failure on each set. But what it's going to give you is a very, very well-rounded physique, and you're going to be relatively strong. So the thing with reverse pyramid training RPT, that it cuts through the crap. You get strength gains, hypertrophy gains, so you're increasing your strength without the delayed muscle soreness that you generally get from strength training. So you're kind of doing half the strength training side and finishing the rest up with a required volume. So that volume is going to give you that extra muscle growth. And if you are training till failure, you can train more often, so therefore you can get more muscle growth in. So in regards to just doing 8 to 12 sets generically, you might do like 5 reps on the first set, then 8 reps on the second set, and then 12 reps to fail on the last set. So for 3 sets, so you do 5 sets all up, two warm-up sets, working up to roughly like 70 or 80% your 1 rep max, and then your first working set might be between 80 to 90% of your 1 rep max. So if you're doing bench press, your max is 100 kilos, you're going to be anywhere between 80 to 90 kilos for roughly like 3 to 6 repetitions, and you want to be close to or at fail. And then you can have roughly a 3-minute break because you're pushing yourself roughly to or close to your limit. So you want to have like a bigger break. So you want to have 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes. Generally for chest, you want to do 3 minutes, but if you're doing like deadlifts or back squats, it's going to take you longer to recover because of the blood that's drawn to the area and the fatigue and the energy and all that kind of good stuff. So generally, if you're doing deadlifts or squats, it's going to take you longer to recover. But if you're doing bench or isolation exercises like bicep curls, tricep pull downs, you can generally just get away with 30 to 1 minute 30 for breaks. But for chest, I'm going to say 2 to 3 minute break. So if you're wondering what it looks like, here's a video.
An explosion, a million pieces of debris, where a plane crashed, lost into the open seas. Yeah, we swim on through the heavy swell, fall was sink to hopeless depths. But every night, another storm, we fight to keep ourselves afloat.
this is very taxing on your central nervous system, so it's going to take a little while to recover. So you mightn't get away with training 6 days a week doing reverse pyramid style training for all your compound lifts and isometric exercises, but you can definitely get away with training 3 to 4 times a week. And personally, I just like it because your workouts are a lot quicker. They're short, sharp, and very intense. That's how I like to train. All right, guys, let's get into rest breaks. We're talking about how long do you need to rest for. So the current literature on rest is here.
We fight to keep ourselves afloat. You know it's gonna hurt, so why would you want more? You know it's gonna hurt, so why would you?
So this is just one side of the story. So there's a time and a place for training short intervals, and there's a time and a place for training long intervals for strength training, hypertrophy style training, like HIIT or strength. Generally strength, you'll have 3 to 5 minute break, even if not more. And for HIIT, high intensity interval training, generally kind of like a CrossFit style workout, you might be doing every minute on, every minute off, or just like sprints for like 10 seconds, 30-second break, sprint again, or like whatever you're doing, you'll have short rest periods. So with the study there, you can see that muscle growth is directly correlated to volume. Weights times reps times sets, and then you times that by the frequency you work out each week gives you your volume target. And you apply progressive overload to that. You might aim for an extra like 5,200 kilos the following week. So that might be an extra rep or two, or maybe going up 2.5 kilos on each exercise, and that over time is going to help you gain more muscle, incorporating progressive overload and having volume targets. But the point of having a bigger break is it allows you to recover and carry out that extra set or lift that extra a little bit of weight. This doesn't seem like much at first glance, but you don't grow muscle overnight. Like, it takes a long time to grow muscle. We're talking like 3 months, 6 months, even years. So with doing just that extra little bit of work progressively over weeks to months to years, it's going to make a massive difference to your physique. Okay, that's one thing you have to understand. So one thing that I can definitely recommend that I think will work really well is utilize the reverse pyramid that we spoke about earlier. So just using the pull-ups as an example. So with the pull-ups, so 50, then I went to 30, then I went to 20, and then on the last set I did a drop set. I dropped that 20 kilos off, jumped straight back up on the bar, no break. So no break, and then I did as many as I could till fail. So the first set, I did 50 kilos, I did 3 reps, roughly 3 reps at fail, had like 2-3 minute break, hopped back up with 30 kilos, as many reps as I could, had another 2-3 minute break. Then after that, I did 20 kilos to fail, no break. This is called a drop set, so drop the weight off. And then I did as many as many reps as I could until fail.
They say that men don't cry and God don't bleed and you could die young. What does that make me? Cause that ain't me. Bleed blood on me, I don't have HP. This ain't a video game, put that into your brain. Grab a bit of money, then maybe get rid of your chain. Turn that dollar to a whip, drive a shitty old thing. Turn that whip to a crib where the city don't stink. Turn that home to a spot where the people...
The third set and fourth set, that's no break. It's just decreasing the load and then just going till fail, because your body doesn't know like the difference in weight, it only knows the difference in stress and tension. So tension as in, can I lift this or can I not? And then that's based off your 1 rep max. So with pull-ups, like I can probably do like 20 to 30 body weighted pull-ups, and the way I progressively get better at that is by adding weight onto my body, and then this over time is going to help me do more body weight pull-ups. So they're basically my recommendations for reverse pyramid training and rest breaks. So you want to utilize long rest breaks and short rest breaks. And then this is based on how long you have to train in the gym. Like if you don't have like an hour to train, you've only got like 45 minutes, you might want to utilize maybe like a HIIT workout or like drop sets or just circuit work to get the work done. Because not every workout's going to be perfect, you just need to accept it as it is. If you have a little bit longer, maybe focus on some heavy training or do concurrent periodization where you lift heavy one day, lift light the other day. So you can do that on a full body program. So one day will be strength, next day will be hypertrophy style training with shorter breaks. So the hypertrophy training day will be a shorter session. The strength training session will be more taxing on the central nervous system. So it's going to take longer to recover, and the actual session will take longer. So there's honestly not a lot to it. I don't need to go into the science and all that kind of stuff. Just understand that shorter rest breaks work different energy systems as opposed to having longer rest breaks. Shorter rest periods will work your anaerobic, like your maximum anaerobic threshold, and then longer rest breaks will still work your anaerobic threshold, but it works as well as your cardiovascular system as well. Like the energy systems, it gets very complicated, but you just need to understand, just do both, and then you'll have more so accountability in your workouts, because you're not doing the same shit all the time. You can do a HIIT workout, you do a strength workout. So you find this a lot in the CrossFit community. So they generally don't have any pre-programmed workouts, so it's different every day. So one day might just be consistent training, or it might be EMOM, so every minute on, every minute off. So you'll do as many reps as you can in that minute, then you'll stop for a minute, then go again. Or it might just be like 5x5s, whatever it is. There's a million ways to do it. Just understand that that extra little bit of work you get in is going to help you grow more muscle and help you get stronger. So shorter rest breaks aren't always better.